One of the things that I have thought long and hard about is how we come about this change that we all want, and the formula seems elusive. So I have thought about a new system that I write in a book that I just published, a new novel called A Country of Women, that is, why don't we create a new system, stop discussing about socialism, capitalism, one and the other, but create this system called, we call happinism, which is, why don't we seek our own happiness, the happiness of everybody, stop measuring progress in a GOP, but start measuring it in the happiness that people have, how long they can live, how they can have better relations among one another. And for that, I think women are essential. And this calls for a new women's revolution. I think the women's revolution of the 60s kind of got stagnated. And there is another step that we have to surmount as women. And that step has to do with how to reconcile the labor world with the family world. Because nowadays women are demanded to fulfill both roles, the mother role and the worker's role. And it's impossible. I mean, that means a double journey. It means that women are always exhausted or have to choose between one and the other. And so the happinism is about turning the labor, the world of work into a place where women can have their cake and eat it, like have incredible daycare centers that are free, have the possibility to have their child in the workplace, in little cubicles that are made specially for women who need to have their children there, have nursing rooms where they can nurse their babies, and have places where you go if you go do your errands, for example. And you have a parking place. You could have a place where you could leave your children also, like in IKEA. And so, this world of possibilities of also men who could work, and have the same responsibilities as women. Because nowadays motherhood is a women thing, and it shouldn't be. In my book, there is maternity classes since high school for both men and women, and they are both taught to be mothers, and so I think that's the next level. And in Nicaragua, if you cannot change the kind of the building block of all oppression, which in my opinion is the oppression you learn at home, that has to do with the oppression of women. If you cannot change the basic building block of oppression, which is the oppression that women are submitted to, when they have to be loaded with the work at home, the work outside the home. And it's an oppression that is very silent, that, yes, the feminist movement talks about it, but it's not really accepted as such. And if you could change that when it starts, I think the change, it would be like a chain reaction. And it would change many things in the way we relate to one another. And I think we have to start thinking about the revolution of small things, because we are always thinking in these big, scenarios of big revolutions, and we don't think about how many things we can change in our everyday existence and in the way we do things in our jobs, in our homes, that can really make a difference.